Okie dokie. Hello everybody. Here we go. Welcome to season 2 of WNR Premier League Racing on a Saturday evening. I am your host Vintage, stepping in to broadcast the first race of the season. Joined tonight by Jake the Slayer. How you doing, Jake? You there?
Doing great. Doing great as always. Looking forward to the first race in Premier this season. Sure, it's going to be very close indeed.
Oh yes, what a grid we've got for the first race of the season. We're just currently waiting for KD, I believe.
Yeah, KD's the only one not in.
Right, so as I say, here we are. Same as League One and Championship. We're at Albert Park, Australia. Like I say, as you can see, we're just waiting for a driver. So before we get things going, I can quickly run through the teams and show you who we've got driving for who this season. I do apologise. So kicking it straight off in the Mercedes, we've got TTG Sean and Serious Mushroom. Both, I do believe most drivers are getting new seats. So both of them drivers currently were I'll get my words out in a minute. Were Premier League drivers last season, both in the Mercedes this season. So in the Ferrari, as you can see, we've got Marski, promoted from Championship last season, and he's going to be partnered this season by Nightwing, who we know from last season as a very, very fast driver and quali. Always there or thereabouts. So they're the Ferrari team. And Aston Martin, you've got Jay Story and Nosey. Again, two drivers returning for a second season in the Premier League. Been paired up together this season. And we've got the McLaren team of Tango and Nunda. The Connection Kings, shall we call them? Because both these guys seem to have a fair few invites waiting for them. Hope I haven't cursed them. But they're your McLaren team this season. Tango we know from last season. Premier League, and Nunda promoted P3 from the Championship. And then in the Renault, you've got again last season's Championship champion of FIFA Beefy, and his partner's Crooksy. And driving for the AlphaTauri Hondas, you've got Bills and Emerson this evening. Bills again moved up from Championship last season by Jake. Emerson, I do believe, is just a reserve. Is he not, Jake? Forgive us if I'm wrong.
I'm not too sure about that actually. I'll have a look at that.
If Emerson,
I believe he is a reserve.
So Emerson's reserving for AlphaTauri tonight, and then you've got the Racing Point team this season of Rick Dalton and Chazza. Again, Rick Dalton came into the season last year on Premier halfway through the season, but consistently picked up points, and he's partnered this season with Chazza, who we know again moved from Williams from Premier League. They return again for season 2, and then we'll have the team of the season, in my opinion. Denzo, last season's Premier League champion, and his teammate Cowie, last season's Premier League runner-up. There you go, they've been paired together. They're going to be an absolute force to start this season. They don't have to fight against each other so much. They can just... it's frightening to see
just a quick call, we need to get Nunda back in.
Oh, we need to... Right, if you...
I think he's lost it, so I'm going to send him another invite.
Oh, yeah, we can see McLaren's gone. As we see, the Haas team. If everyone, it's going to start. But uncheck you guys, uncheck if you can, very quick. No.
Well, he joined the lobby beforehand, so he should be alright.
Okie dokie, as we got to see
he
there.
He should be, because I think he selected a car, so he should be alright.
Yeah, I might. Well, fingers crossed. We'll find out.
Fingers crossed.
As we know, we had a couple of bugs yesterday. So yeah, here we go then. Q1. Looking forward to this. I say so. I'll very quickly just mention Dan Murphy and Siege are your Haas drivers this season. And that leaves Sully and Forth are your Williams drivers. So quickly dive into the comments while everyone's checking the things out. There you go, Nunda's joined. There you go, nice one, Jake. I'll quickly get into the comments, see who's joining with a date. So we've got Nunda, even all as well. Jake's in. Enjoying a night off this week. We've got Chazza in. Cryptic's here.
Will Nunda be able to get in because he's lost it now and there's only showing 19 drivers?
This is a new one on me, mate.
Because he literally lost it last minute. He lost connection to the lobby last minute and everyone read it up because everyone was in.
Right. Quickly,
So that would be unfortunate. He might be starting at the back.
Yes, it looks that way. Nunda saying, yeah, he got kicked. Well, there you go. It's jumped to 20 now.
Oh, it's jumped to 20, so he has got in. Brilliant.
So he is in. He's in his car.
So we've got all 20 drivers in Q1. Absolutely brilliant.
However, will he be able to progress further as we saw a car come out of Rick Dalton? We'll just have to see what happens in Q2. Yeah, good evening everyone who's joining us. I can see 20 online already and 35 comments. That is absolutely crazy, considering we've just started. So yeah, I hope everyone again has had a wonderful Christmas, New Year, holidays, whatever you celebrate, if you celebrate. I'll quickly find Rick Dalton here. Well, I just hope you're all well at these current times again. So, right, yeah, Albert Park, Australian Grand Prix, started off the new season, the same track we ended season 1 at.
I believe Rick Dalton's going to be the first person to set a lap.
He is, he's just about to start. He's just started there now, so we're riding on board with him as he comes through turn 1 and 2.
Really quick, gets on the power nice and early. I was watching Rick and Denzo doing, I was doing a couple 5-lappers with them early in the week, and they were very close. They're having a very good scrap in quite a few of the races, so I wouldn't be surprised if these two are really close this season.
Oh, without a doubt. I had that pleasure of joining them for some 5-lappers myself around Bahrain.
Oh, Rick clocked up going into that corner, but he's still got a good exit as he's coming into this fast chicane. Looking really quick, I was about to say really tidy, and he just drifts out of that real quick chicane, but keeps it together. I honestly don't know how, using literally all of the track he possibly can coming into this final sector. And this is looking like a really quick lap, but he goes a tiny bit wide on the penultimate corner. There's a very nice exit out of the final corner. DRS power down, and let's see what the first lap is going to be, and it's going to be a 20.3, so I'd say that's a pretty good Q1 banker lap.
It certainly is, as we still try to get onto Bill. He puts in a 20.8. J Story then follows that up.
Time.
Yep.
J Story, I think he must have invalidated, because it looks like he's going for another lap with that 22.9. I don't believe that is a lap by him whatsoever. And Siege is also put in a 20.4, followed by Chaz with a 20.4 also, so only half a tenth between Rick Dalton and Chazza, and an even smaller gap to Siege in third. So this is already looking quite close at the top.
Certainly is. Good times already. Yeah, I think Jay Story might have lost it, but put enough fuel in to go straight away again. As we're on board with Nunda, he looks like he's next to set a lap. He's coming through sector 3.
I think he's on he's getting ready to start a lap.
Yeah, it's shown up 3 minutes 50 seconds, so that's going to be quite a...
That's one hell of an outlap, if I do say so myself. But he gets the power down nicely out of the final corner. Takes the first corner very nicely. Just enough curb, uses the curb just a bit on the outside as a real quick run down to turn 3. Hooks it on the inside very nicely. It's so important to try and use the curbs and hook around here, but not to overdo it and send your car flying.
Yes.
Alright, he's looking very quick at the moment. Nunda used to be my old Ferrari teammate from last season. Always very consistent. He was always quick, whatever track he went on. So, I mean, now he's up with the big boys. So we'll see what he can do in the top division. But so far, this is looking like a very tidy lap from Nunda, using all of the exit curve possible, getting the power down early. It's looking like a very good first lap for Nunda and Prem.
It certainly is, but I think it might come up a bad time. Because he's coming through sector 3 on my screen. He's only on a 45-second sector 3, so I think we might have a bit of an issue as we see a yellow flag pop up. But we'll see Nunda across the line.
It has got an issue with the numbers. And yeah. Nunda's time, yeah, there's an issue with it. I don't know if it's got a delay.
We'll see something pop up, but we can see next is that an AlphaTauri.
Because at the moment it's still on 1:10 on my screen for Nunda. So I think he's bugged out. We'll probably see his time pop up in about 10 seconds after it's delayed behind everyone else.
Jay Story coming into the pits.
There we go, Nunda's time's coming. He's got a 20.9, so that's a decent first lap. A decent first lap for Q1 in the 20s already, so that's a solid first lap for Nunda.
You see Serious Mushroom, he's about to compete his first time, is he? Nope, he's just started his lap, so that'll be his
Cruxy's done a 21.2, Marv's done a 21.5, J Story's improved to a 22.1, and Sully has just gone quickest with a 20.3, I believe.
See what Emerson can do. He's just come around the penultimate corner, foot to the floor, looking very quick indeed. Oh, 119s, there you go.
And he goes P1.
With a 119.6.
P1 with a 19.6 in Q1.
First weekend looks like the reserves could be stealing the show as very quickly as that. That'll be Tango
not
coming
here
quickly.
To mess around, I'll tell you that.
As we just missed try to get onto Tango. He's just put in a 120.3, but yeah, Emerson. Oh, there's no messing around with Emerson, is there? So quickly
there's
Serious
absolutely
Mushroom.
no messing with Emerson.
Can Serious Mushroom do? He's in the 20s. That's just a slow banker for Serious Mushroom.
I suspect he'll go out again.
Yeah, absolutely. Nightwing again, 134. Nothing. Just something ridiculous.
Yeah, I predict Nightwing's probably on his lap now and not on 134.
As we see there, Sully.
So we go on board with him. As he's taking turns 3, 4 and 5 very quickly, and he nearly loses the rear. He must have a soft setup as he goes out of sector 1, absolutely using all of the road that he possibly can. Just hits both the curbs. Enough, but not to overdo it. He always runs like loose car setups, Nightwing. He loves to have it swinging around as he almost loses it on the exit of that chicane coming into the final sector. It's like a very quick lap using all the exit curve. Like a very quick lap indeed going into penultimate corner. Goes in a little wide. But let's see how good his exit is out the final corner. It's a decent exit as he's going up to the line, and we'll see what he does. And he does a 20.1.
Right, so
Very impressive.
Exactly, so we'll dive on board now with last season's champion. He's just come around turns 1 and 2, open his DRS down the first DRS zone. He comes into turns 3 and 4. No curb there, no rumble strip, swings it right back out and back in, right to left. Ooh, little bump there. Yeah, he's just swooping it from left to right, in and out as he comes through turn 6. Slows it down. Bad camera angle there, didn't see his apex or anything on that one. He comes into 10, slowing it down. Doesn't hit the big sleeping policeman. There you go, gets it nice and close to the curb. Straight over far left, foot to the floor, using his ERS. Yes, nice, turn 11 and 12, and he's lost it. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh, he's lost it, but he hasn't lost a wheel. Take it easy, Idenzo.
Oh, some people have lost it there earlier in
I've lost
in the lower
there.
leagues, mentioning no names, but there's people who have ended it a lot worse in qualifying. So
absolutely,
he's managed to get away with it. Oh, I was supposed to manage to get away with that one, but he spun again.
His tyres will be red hot.
Will he have to go on another set of tyres?
I would have.
I mean, he's got such pace, I doubt it.
Definitely.
But they are cooked, so I don't know whether he'll go for another lap now or come into the pits and just let them cool down a little.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, he's coming into the pits. I think that's a smart decision.
So we're on board now with last season's championship champion, FIFA Beefy. Do you want to run through his first lap, mate?
Yeah, I'll run for his first lap. He's looking very tidy, very quick going into this third turn. Takes it a little bit wide. And he also takes fourth one a little bit wide, but gets good exit. Still looking quick. These championship drivers who have been promoted, such as FIFA and Nunda, have really got their work cut out for him in Prem this season, because it's got so much quicker, and it was already fast enough as a whole last season, and it's just gone up another level. So these guys, to get into, even just to get into Q2, really need to stick in the best laps of their lives to
Absolutely.
get through in this division.
Oh, as we saw there.
Oh, as we see someone else has gone into the wall. Who was that?
That looked like an Alpha.
Was that Bills?
That was Bills, yeah. Bills
is out of the session.
Bills has lost a wheel in the same place Idenzo didn't. But yeah,
but Denzo at least managed to keep it going.
He did. So Beefy
luckily,
finally round.
as you see Beefy come out the final corner, he doesn't look that comfortable round here. He's set to 21-2, so I think he might have to go again. He doesn't look as comfortable with the circuit. There's definitely some time he can gain.
There we go, and Idenzo straight back out on his out lap. But what I have noticed with Beefy, he always puts a banker lap in first.
Yeah, he always likes to put in a bank lap first, and then he does improve quite a bit.
Yeah, so I definitely expect more. I definitely expect Nunda and Beefy to be together on the grid, to be fair.
Definitely.
Even Marsky not too far behind. You know, they'll play it down otherwise, but the guys who have came up to this division are no slouches.
Oh, definitely not. They were all consistent.
Yeah.
All consistent throughout the entire year in Championship, and always had the speed, always had the consistency, so they all really deserve their spots.
Oh, Siege is about to cross the line. Is he able to improve? No, he was down half a second. So yeah, we'll jump back on board with Serious Mushroom, I think. Cowie's in the pits, or Night Wings in the pits, so that's
Dylan in the
Idenzo.
chat said, hate turn 12, always the killer turn in Australia.
It is.
He's not wrong.
Absolutely. I love the track, except them 2 turns.
Those two turns are just an absolute killer.
11
They
and
really
12.
are.
So yeah, right, here we go again. Idenzo take 2. As he's come to complete sector 1. Puts in a first sector time of 26.1.
Looking very quick.
Absolutely. He's got a lot of clear track in front of him, so no obstacles there.
Uses a lot of curb there and gets a real nice exit.
Close to the wall, close to the grass again.
Let's see how he does this time for this quick chicane. Takes it absolutely beautifully, real quick, uses enough curb, but not too much curb, doesn't spin this time, and is looking like he's on for a very, very quick lap.
Absolutely. This is the last
Using
corner.
on the exit. Just touching the curbs, not using enough. Has a great exit out of the final corner, puts the power down early with the DRS, and we'll see what time he gets. He gets a 19.1. Oh my god.
Wow. Where do
5
these
minutes
guys...
ago we were thinking Emerson was making a statement.
Absolutely. Idenzo said it right there. If you want my title, you've got to come and take it. Wow.
That is a massive statement to the rest of the field. A 19.1.
Emerson's half a second to P2, if not more, 7/10. And then Idenzo's...
Nightwing is another 5/10 off.
Yeah, oh wow. I'm absolutely speechless. Take a bow, Idenzo. There you go. Wow.
Jake saying in the chat, can't believe the pace. I know it's... For Q1, that is an absolutely insane time. We're definitely going to see some mid-18 times from Denzo by Q3.
Yeah, track evolution. Well, that's the challenge. And
as Dylan says it as well. Dylan in the chat, he said Denzo with the 118 on the cards.
Yeah,
we could see it in Q2, to be honest.
So it looks like Idenzo done that on fresh tyres as well. I was just checking that.
Yeah.
So he came in, changed his tyres, went back out. So I'd quite imagine him just sitting back. Maybe he's retiring.
I think Nunda's on the lap.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh no, he's weaving. He's weaving.
As we saw, Beefy, he's retired, so...
I think Crooksy on a lap? He's coming into the final corner. Yeah, I think he's coming out of the final corner now. DRS, power down, he crosses the line, and he gets a 19.9 and goes up to P3.
Wow, but the flag's just come up on my screen. Fantastic lap. We've got a few at the bottom there, as you can see. Serious Mushroom, he's out in Q1. Biffy's out in Q1. We've got Marvsky.
We've just had a comment in the chat. The big question is, what sector does Denzo skip to get that time?
Absolutely. Well, I believe we followed him on his full lap there, so it's there for all to see. J Story, so by the looks of it, Q1's done. And just
Captain
like that,
Infinity said Denzo should try for esports.
Well, I was talking to Denzo when I first joined the server, and he's actually, I don't know if he got to go, but he's there. He's there or thereabouts. Like I wouldn't. If I was a betting man, I'd put money on him one day.
Oh, definitely.
That'll be Crooks coming in. So yeah.
Wow, a 19-1 in Q1.
That's left us speechless. We're off track now, mate. The comments are flying, and look at that, 96
the comments are really flying 97. In. Nunda's like, guys, I'm not ready for this league.
I'm not ready to cut. Jake, how do you do this, mate? No wonder you needed a night off. End of Q1, and I can feel the excitement for this race building inside us. I'm really looking forward to this.
I really can.
So, Dan Murphy didn't set a time, finishes P20, 100 comments. Thank you very much. What support this league has got. It's fantastic. Gia Story's going to be P19. Could only put in a 122.1. Marvsky 18 with a 121.5. Serious Mushroom 17th, 121.3. Wonder what happened there. Biffy the same, retired. I thought there was more to come from him. It's going to be P16, 121.2. So yeah, championship champion of last season's out in Q1. Serious Mushroom, who consistently picks up points. Last season the Premier Leagues is out in Q1. There's a couple of shocks. Now Nunda though, did Nunda get back in time? Or is he going to get kicked out?
I believe Nunda will be fine.
I've got my fingers crossed for
I
him.
hope so.
So yeah, let's take at least get a drink there. Just taking that time there for my Denzo of 119.137. Look at that. 0.472 ahead of Emerson Hilton, and we know how rapid Emerson is. And then
that's a huge statement for the rest of the grid. Crooksy another 3/10 off, but then if you look from Crooksy in third, and you go down to 12th place,
look,
they're all separated within half. There's half second between third and 12th.
Just noticed there's something picked right back up from last season. Crooksy and Nosey, 500ths between them.
They're always so close,
aren't they? How the quality though, the calmness and the awareness of having each other around. You know, that's something that takes a lot of practice, especially on a game where you're only looking forward.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, well, there we go. Something's happened. I've only got 13 drivers in Q2.
Cryptic saying in the chat, no, stay there, Nunda. Referring to Nunda saying, I don't know if he's cut out for this league. Well, oh no, I believe speaking of Nunda as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's got through to Q2, but I think he joined late. He's not going to be able to take part any further, which is gutting.
And there's another driver who must have qualified 14th, but Bills.
I think it was Bills. I think Bills qualified in the top 15, but because he went out. He
crashed out in Q1, yeah, so his qualifying's done. He's going to be starting P15. But you're going to have Nunda P20.
3 drivers are going to be eliminated.
Yeah, you're going to have Nunda starting P20, which will bump Dan Murphy up to P19. I just hope it doesn't mess up the start. Because both races yesterday got mucked up at the start because of internet. But yeah,
hopefully this one doesn't.
Yeah, fingers crossed as we've seen. Yeah, Jake's just pointing out there to Nunda. That's what happens. Yeah, they fixed it for about 2 weeks, didn't they? As we say, on board with Sully. It did. One update, this fixed it. The next update, it was back. So yeah, we'll get the tyres and that up. See who's. I mean, League One yesterday, because it was only short quali, everyone just qualified on softs. But Championship, everyone had, well, not everyone, there was a couple on softs, but the majority were on hards. So as we'll see here, got 4 drivers currently on softs as Sully starts his lap, but Siege, who's on softs, but he's still in the pit.
Invalidated going into turn 1.
And he's
already invalidated.
Yeah, not the best start there. So who's behind Sully? That's a Ferrari, is it? No, that'll be Cowie on his. No, that'll be Nightwing.
Got Sean next. Sean was behind.
Yeah, he's right behind, so we're right on board with Nightwing. And look how he's handling the course. And they really do swing it from left to right using all the track, getting as much apex as you can, using plenty of rumble strip and astroturf on some corners. It's crazy how these guys maintain speed, this kind of speed.
It's just unbelievable. Like, you look at the difference between League One and Championship, and then you look at Prem, and their corner speeds, their mid corner speeds are just insane.
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm losing a lot of time personally through the corners. I know that, but I try.
Yeah, I just focus on the entry and exit.
Yeah, I mean, I try, and what do they do? So you try different things, and it just flies all over. As we see, Nightwing's about to put the first time in on his mediums. What we're looking at, yes. Yeah,
120.9 on mediums. So that's a very good.
Oh, just
first lap.
Yeah, as we see, TTG Sean 9/10 behind him.
21.8.
Yeah, I've got Chaza next. He's going across the line. He goes up to P2, 120.
That's very good lap by Chaza.
Yeah, well, you're starting to see how good Nightwing's time was. As you see,
who's Tango next? I believe Cruxy's next.
Yeah, Tango is going to slow down. Cowie has invalidated, so we'll jump on board with Cruxy as he's coming through sector 3, through turns 30.
Using a lot of exit curb, which is very good. Looking very quick, just clipping the apexes. Coming into the penultimate corner, not touching the curb, but just tight enough.
Ooh,
goes out very wide on the final corner, but just doesn't invalidate and comes across the line with a second quickest time of a 21.2.
Very nice lap. Oh, who's next? Coming round next is TTT Sean. I just call him Sean. Is he going again? He's looking quick. 108, 109.
He's looking like he's on for a very similar time to his first.
Yeah, he's going to give it a go. Oh,
bit of a slow exit out of the final corner, but we'll see what this gives him. Yeah, 21.8.
300
so pretty much matched his first lap.
He did. Is that a pink car, Chaza? Coming into the pits, it certainly is. Tango now, he's give it another go. He's coming through sector 3. Swings it round that fast right-hander. Slowing it right down. No rumble strip or curb. Tucks it right in and out. Yes. Nice lines coming through. It's looking like a good time off. Tango, 121.3 puts him up to P3.
I think Howie's coming across the line as well, and he goes 20.7.
Oh, very good lap from Cowie.
But he's on the softs. We have to bear in mind, though, he's on the softs, and Nightwing did his 20.9 on the mediums. So Cowie's come in starting on the softs. So the likely strategy of him starting on the softs would be soft hard, but some people don't like the hards around here, some people do. They don't mind it. But generally with a lot of mid-speed corners you want a soft or medium tyre to go around here, so maybe a 2-stop. Even though it might be a bit slower in time, it might be better to do that just so you have more confidence.
Yeah, I mean, the strategy I got was a soft to hard or a soft medium. I took the first option, but I span it, so I started on the hards, and that was actually a bad idea.
I started on the hards, managed to make it work, but the safety cars kept coming out.
Yeah.
So it saved everyone on the medium tyres, so I didn't gain an advantage from it. But the hards around here aren't as bad as what some people say they are. So who's going to be next to come across the line?
Looking now, so that'll be a red car by Denzo. He's going to start his lap. Emerson's going to be next. He's coming through sector 3. See him coming around the final corner. As we're just seeing, the guys are just having a chat about tyre wear. DRS open here for Emerson. What's his time going to be? P2 last time, yeah. P1.
I'd 20.4, and that was on the mediums as well.
0.3
A
quicker than Cowie.
20.4.
Oh,
0.2 quicker than Cowie on the harder compound. Fair play.
absolutely. As we just see there, unfortunately, Sully's come across the line with a 21.4.
Nunda in the chat saying the softs die here. They don't last very long around here. He's not wrong. I did that yesterday in a race, and the softs, especially at the start of the race, do die out quickly.
Yeah, as we see, Denzo, he's on the mediums. So whatever he's going for in Q2, that's what I tend to look at.
I dare say he'll hit the high 19s on the mediums. He is looking very, very quick, hitting all the apexes, taking all the road possible. This is looking like a very, very clean lap on these mediums, very tight to the apex on the penultimate corner. Does he get a good exit out the final corner? He looks very quick out the final corner. Let's see what a time he's going to drop. Oh, and he doesn't quite hit the 19s, but a 20.1 on the mediums. It's safe to say that's probably going to be the fastest time.
Let's see what his brother can do though. Rick Dalton, he's coming across the line here. Oh, he's in the 20s, yeah. Only manages P5 with a 21.1. So I'd imagine
also a very good lap by Rick.
It is a very good, yeah. It's not a bad lap by any stretch of the imagination. Is he going again? No, he's feel like he'll be going. He's slowed right down.
No, I believe he's backing off.
Yeah, I'm just looking. No one's really on a lap at the minute.
I think Siege is the only one that's gone onto a lap, but he's just invalidated. So I believe everyone has finished their laps, or they're in the pits.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got a little bit of a breather.
We can have a quick run through the chat. Oh, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up. Yeah, they're still talking about the glitches and whatnot.
Yeah, unfortunately, Codemasters hasn't sorted some of these glitches out. Unfortunate for Nunda. Nunda should be in Q2 right now. For those of you wondering why Nunda isn't here, he should have been, but due to an error when he lagged at the lobby at the start, he's not able to take part. Which is, I think it's Codemasters need to sort out the multiplayer. But
yeah, absolutely. I mean, fair play to the guys. They tried to back out as well, unready.
Yeah, they tried to back out, but it was just too late because he left the lobby at the last minute.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get him back when, as he left, everyone was readying up because everyone was there.
That's, I mean, fair play. As soon as I get told ready up, I'm hitting that ready up button, and then I'm focusing on what's about to happen. I'm not, the mind isn't ready for it to be told, okay, stop. As we see, Emerson Hilton's retired, so he's not going to do no more.
Cryptic's put in the chat, put me on like 100k a year, and I'll do a better job than any Codemaster staff. Well, if you fancy writing to them and applying for a job, Crypt, then no one's stopping you.
So if you know that kind of stuff, how's that? So at the minute, the only one on a lap is Chazza. He's gone back out on these mediums. Oh, sorry,
Tango's gone out on the softs. Crooksy's gone out on the softs. So's Cowie. And Sully's out on the softs as well. So Sully's about to start a lap. And Cowie's about to start that, but I think Sully is in front.
Denzo's retired.
Oh, and Chazza's lost it! Chazza's lost it!
Yeah, we're seeing that.
Starts sector 3 out the fast chicane. He is absolutely binned it.
The same as Denzo.
Oh my God.
Same as Bill's, as we see the McLaren come past. There you go.
I just scrolled up the chat. Whoa,
Fast just bended. He's lost a wheel in exactly the same place.
Oh my God. So that means only one person's going to go out in this session.
As I see Crooksy fly
Only
past.
one person is legitimately going to go out in this session.
Oh, lads.
Oh my god.
That's 4 drivers now have lost it. As I
They
see
say about it
Cowie.
being the first race, he might be a bit rusty, but I think some of these guys are feeling the pressure of how quick everybody is here. I think they're just pushing too hard.
Yeah. Absolutely. We've seen it right from the start.
Sully's coming around the final corner.
And I kind of find him. As we see.
And he does a 19.9.
And Cowie's instantly gone better with a 19.7.
19.7 on the softs by Cowie. Takes P1. Committed to the soft hard strategy though. Will Denzo be able to make the medium soft work?
What's going on here? Nosey's going really slow. He must have just oh, he stopped.
Nosey's getting out of the way of someone. But that lap by Cowie, a 19.7. What a lap. So who's next to set a time? I believe it's Tango.
He certainly is. He's coming down the pit straight now. 18, 19, 20.0. Takes P3. Now. Oh, I was going to say...
As Jake says in the chat, medium soft is impossible.
Nope, definitely not a medium soft. So it's a medium soft or a medium hard, isn't it?
I'd say so. But then you can easily do a soft hard here, so I don't know if medium hard will give you an advantage.
Oh, as I see a yellow flag. Someone on sector 3. Oh, but yeah, it's just Cowie with you. Oh, he's got the rev glitch.
I've looked in the chat and the actual stream is a few seconds behind, so I'm delaying the times when I announce the times as they come around, so it's not so far ahead.
Oh, as we see Q2 coming to an end. I'm with you, mate.
Oh, Sean just took a lot of curve coming out the end of sector 1, but it's looking very nice.
Flying around now, he's just invalidated. So
I think we just saw Crooksy invalidate there, so you're on board with Siege. Sean is further on the lap.
He is, I'm on board, he's just invalidated.
He's just invalidated.
So we're back on with Siege. So is he going to knock Sean out? 5.5 seconds up on his last time, so he's looking good.
Takes the chicane very nicely.
Swinging it round 13.
Uses a lot of the exit curve.
A lot of apex, a lot of curve. Slowing it right down again. Nice. A little wider than other drivers. Nice exit there as well. It's looking good. He's crossed the line to P5.
And he gets a 20.2.
Very nice lap.
So he's safely through, and I think that's it. I think that's it.
It is.
So out in Q2 is Chazza, Sean, and F1 Farth. Chazza was so close. He almost got through into the top 10.
Right, there you go. Cowie and Sully going into the 119s in Q2. 10.5 the difference. Chazza saying P11's okay. Yeah, a lot of people say that. I'd rather start at 11th on fresh tyres. And we know Chazza's
starting on fresh tyres P11 is quite good. Better than starting 9th or 10th.
Absolutely, especially if you're on the softs. But
exactly.
Them drivers who are committed to the softs, Cowie, Sully, Tango and Siege. So, you know, they've got the pace on the hards, and you wouldn't deny that, would you? The rest of them, Denzo, Emerson, Nosey, Nightwing, Rick Dalton, and Crooksy all starting on mediums.
I don't know whether it's a benefit starting on the mediums of this track because you can make the soft hard work. The softs, there is quite a bit of tyre wear here, but each strategy, medium soft, is just going to be too much. So no matter what, I think they're going to have to use the hards unless they go like medium soft soft. So I don't think there's necessarily an advantage to starting on mediums unless everyone's doing like a two-stop strategy.
Yeah, there's my knees just crack on us.
It was a bit loud. I was going to ignore it, but you brought it up, so
Yeah, that's both knees at the same time. That was nice and loud for everyone to hear. Yeah,
got
I'm
out of the way
just
before the race.
yeah. I think we might have a connection issue as well. It's taking a
Yeah,
bit
because we're
long.
still on
There's no
the
counter.
Q2 results screen.
If anyone can see or know.
Does anyone know if anyone's having issues?
I'll just quickly turn my mic off and grab a drink.
Looks like we're stuck. Don't know if someone's got an internet issue. Thanks, Linda. Just seen that. So we're waiting for Farf, Tango, and Mushroom. All of them have invites, so if Farf, Tango, and Mushroom, if you could leave the session and just join back on your invites, you'll be able to still participate in Q3. Tango's left the session. We've sent Tango because of his internet issues a lot of invites. We should be good. Should have another 5 at least invites to get back in. If the other 2 that have got issues could leave the session and join back so we can continue with Q3, that would be appreciated. Rick and Far for the ones, yeah, they've left, so we're continuing, and we're on to Q3 at last. Codemasters up to their shenanigans once again, but luckily we are back going again, only after a minute or two's delay, and this is when things really start to ramp up in Q3. Some people have more sets of soft spares than others. We believe that Denzo's used 2 sets already just in Q1, but luckily he's managed to get through on the mediums in Q2, so he should still have 2 free softs available to use. Although I'd only see 1 being used, as you want to keep a nice fresh set for the race if possible. Yep, seeing you guys in the chat, we're okay now. Yep, so they should be joining back in. They've got invites. If any of you need more invites, just type it in the comment section and we'll get you some more invites. But so far I've had no one comment, so they must have an invite or must be joining back. As we see a few cars heading out already.
And I'm back, mate.
Yeah, it's all good. They left. The 3 people that had issues left and they're going to be joining back, so we're back to normal.
And Nightwing first out on track in Q3 then. So we're right on board with him. So yeah, let's have a look, see who's made it through to Q3. Anyone from last season's championship? Not this time, so
We were kind of denied to see the opportunity as Nundo wasn't allowed to participate in second qualifying session, but
definitely know he's got
still
the
did a
pace.
very good job.
He did. Now, I mean, we've obviously seen Cowie last season do the P20 to win around Austria. As I see, Nightwing starting his first lap. Can it be? Oh God, it can be done. Can Nunda do it? That would definitely got the ability. Definitely fancy seeing Nunda driver of the day pop up at the end.
I think Nunda's got a pace. Nunda always had the race pace in Championship. You thought his qualifying was decent, and then you went into the race and he stepped up a whole new level. So I don't think a top 10 is out of the question for Nunda if you really kept it clean and avoids the incidents. I reckon he's got a good chance at a top 10.
Yeah, as we see, oh, Nightwing slowed right down.
Yeah, we'll see who's on the lap next, as I saw Tango go very wide out of turn 2. So we'll see who's the next person who's about to set a lap.
That's Siege, no, it's Sully next. So he's purple through sector 2 as well, everyone else, as well everyone else.
Slight lockup, but gets a good exit. I believe we're a bit ahead to the stream, so we'll wait. We'll wait a few seconds to announce his time, but he does get a decent exit out of the final corner, and he goes and sets a 20.0.
Well,
and so does Crutzy. And Denzo just comes and sweeps in with a 19.2. What is this man on?
Not today, thank you. As Cowie goes 1:20.0. Wow, look at that. Look at them times, second, third and fourth. So you're going to see Rick Dalton. He's going to miss
Second
Tango.
Fourth, separated by just over half a tenth.
Rick Dalton, he goes P5.
Goes P5 over 20.1, and it looked like he was about to crash off into the gravel there, but it was just a screen delay. Thank God it was just that, and his brakes didn't fail.
As we look on board now with Nosey, see what he can put in. Looking like another 20.2. Very nice lap. There you go, first round. Look at them times. Absolutely, look at how close them times are. So will Nightwing go? Is he still gone? No, he's invalidated again, so I fancy he's coming into the pits. So Tango's going to be next on a lap, as we're 2 comments away from hitting 200 comments. I hope you're keeping up with all these, Bill, because I'm certainly not. Sorry for calling you Bill, I mean Jake.
Bill. Oh my God, we see Tango's crushed out.
Yep, we've seen that. As we see the racing point of Rick Dalton come flying past. Yep. Same place.
He's lost it.
That's 5 drivers in that corner, I believe. Well,
forget Canada's Wall of Champions. I think we need to rename this the Wall of Champions, because this wall's had more action than any other wall in the entire calendar.
There you go. I knew that would get the comments going.
That'll get the comments going.
Oh, Beckersworth were. Just wanted to be the 200th comment. Sorry, it's took us 200 comments to notice you were with Rebecca.
Well, 200 comments. We thank you guys all flat and for the support. We have 25 live viewers, which we really appreciate.
Oh, it's nothing beats it on a Saturday night. Normally Saturday night I'm stuck at work, so I always get a chance to watch quali but miss the race. So I'll watch it when I get in. So I'm really looking forward to see this one live.
I think this is going to be a real close one at the end of the session. As Nightwing is about to finish his lap and he's got... have you spotted anything? I just saw Nightwing go with a 19.5.
I thought he invalidated his lap. I do apologise, so I didn't put the camera on him. We're on Emerson because he's going to be the last one to set a lap. He's just set a purple sector 1.
With 26.2, so it's a very good first sector time.
Yeah, he's coming through turn 10.
Just misses the apex, but still looks very clean, almost touching that wall. Just flow with the wall and with the grass on the inside as he comes through the very fast chicane. Takes that very nice and tightly,
Yes.
uses the exit curb, but not too much.
Oh, maybe he's just easy on his first run through there. Get a bank of lap in as we see him do a bit of a skid coming through 13. So
Still
unfortunately, he
looking
has
very
got that
fast and
rev grip in
tidy
it.
on the whole.
Yeah, the
Gets a very nice exit. Out of the final corner.
oh,
Oh my god.
yeah,
He goes and gets a
P3.
19.5. The gap between Nightwing and Emerson is so small.
And Siege is back out. Is he giving this another go? Thinks he's got more in his tank from his 19.9, although his fuel light is flashing. He has got 2/3 ERS, but he's invalidated.
Whilst we're at the calm before the storm, I'm going to go quickly get a drink and I'll return in a minute.
No problem, as I'm just seeing the comments flying in. No Tango. Course turn 12 happened again, says Dylan. Yeah, how many? I believe that's 5 drivers now. As we've got Crooksy on his outlap. Quick double check with Siege. Yeah, we're right on board with Crooksy. Becca saying deadly. Yep, it's absolutely deadly 11-12. See, it gets everybody, even Premier League drivers. It doesn't matter what division you're in. If you're not going to pay attention or push too hard through there, it's going to eat you for breakfast. And predicting Emerson to do a 19.5, or have you just written that after you put in a 19.5? So if you put it in before, that's fair play to you, mate. Nightwing saying he had a pretty messy lap, to be honest. So, but still, provisional P2, messy or not, you've got to take that behind Idenzo. But wow, these times, man, 3/10. If you've got another 4/10 in your locker, oh God, this is going to be an interesting race.
Crooksy's looking very fast at the moment.
As he's coming to the bridge at a minute. Yeah.
Taking all these curbs really aggressively.
There's a few drivers now. I'm sure there should have been 4 wheels off, but don't like that camera
Gets
angle.
massive power down out of the final corner. The lap time's looking very good, and it's a 19.6.
As we'll see, Siege is now retired. I wonder if he's had an accident.
Yeah, we don't know what's happened to Siege. You might
he's in the pits.
Might feel this as fast as he can go.
Yeah, I can see his dots in the pits.
Retirement.
No, I can see him in the pits, mate. As we're going to see that Idenzo, he's on another outlap, and what's his teammate?
Rick Dalton's on the lap.
Yeah. He's coming through to turn 11 and 12 now. What's Rick got? Through 11, through 12. Didn't even take any curb, but still puts in a purple sector too. Who's that in front of him? Is that Sully? He's on an outlap, so I hope he doesn't slow down too much. Just be aware, Sully, there's a driver coming in hot. Nah, that's fine.
Rick's
Sully's
real quick here.
He is. Sully's already down the road. Oh, wow. There you go.
What a lap by Rick Dalton. He gets a 19.5. 3 drivers separated by under half a tenth. That's just crazy.
Wow, it is. That is. I am actually speechless as we're seeing drivers starting another round. This chassis is nice, Rick. Absolutely nice. Fantastic that. As we see drivers are invalidating. that Idenzo's going to be next, and he's coming through. He's just made it through 11 and 12. Coming around 13, gets a little bit of grass, but uses plenty of exit curb. A little bit of curb, a little bit of rumble strip, no AstroTurf. Nicely around the penultimate corner. Nice exit there. Power down straight away. Finger to the trigger. Does he improve? Oh my god! Oh my good god! Will you look at that?
An 18.8. I think it's fair to say that's not going to be beaten.
Definitely not.
That is a Prem winning lap, if ever I've seen one.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how a champion does it. As Nunda said, an 18.4. Not quite mate, but wow.
Or Emerson's just come across the line and he's in a 19.1.
The only person left to go can do anything here. It's Crooksy, but I think he's a little... Snorsy, sorry, but he can only manage a 19.
P7 with a 19.7. It's very good last lap. Emerson's time was very quick with a 19.1. Hats off to him. It wasn't pole, but that was a seriously good lap. But Denzo, oh my god, Denzo with an 18.8. What a lap to set on the first race of Premier Season 2.
I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm speechless. Qualifying session after qualifying session, the times just get better and better, and there you go. 3/10 ahead of Emerson.
Should we do a rundown?
P1, pole position with a 118, yeah. Emerson in second place. Nightwing in third. Rick Dalton takes P4. Crooksy in fifth. Sully splits him and Nosy, who's in 6th and 7th. And I missed the last three. No, I didn't. It's Siege.
The last three was Siege,
Cowie, and Tango.
Yeah.
Yeah, just remembered as a...
Nunda's trying to chat, I can't race in this. Don't let the pressure get to you.
Oh, God.
Nunda's saying you'll be
pleasure to watch. Yeah. Jaw dropped. Absolutely cryptic. Absolutely, mate.
Those times.
Becca makes a good point there. Denzo was very lucky. He crashed it. So 5 drivers out of queue at turn 12, but 1 driver survived it.
2.
Yeah. And
that was absolutely insane. So we had 5 retirements just on that one wall.
Yeah. As I say, a lot of drivers still selecting the strategies. We're getting the ticks.
I've just seen in the Discord people congratulating Denz on his 18.8, and Chazza goes, "Off at you, man." Well, whatever he's on, because obviously he's on something to get that sort of time. No ordinary human gets that time. I'm sorry, but he's definitely on something. But no matter what he was on, it was an impressive time.
So he's definitely got the money back and we're giving the better engine. Or what controller our wheelie uses. But
he has got some Mercedes engine that is just buffed. It's got like 20-30 power.
But to be fair to the lad, he puts the hours in. I see it, he's on all the time. And you see him and his brother Rick starting in P4.
They're always practicing together.
Yeah. So we'll have a quick rundown of the rest of your grid. So just to remind people, you've got Chazza P11, Sean P12, Farth is in 13th, Bill's in 14th, Beefy in 15th, Mushroom in 16th, Marvsky 17th, J-Story 18th, there you go. Dan Murphy's moved up to 19th with Nunda P20. Looking for some magic from the back from Nunda. Yeah, if it was a wet race, I would have put money on Nunda. Well, no, he's the master in the wet, as we'll see there.
Yeah, Nunda's very quick in the wet.
He's just getting them tyres warm before.
As Cryptic's putting in the chat, Denso did give them false hope. He wasn't the quickest. He did hold back a little at first, and then yet to destroy all their hopes and dreams.
As you can see, what tyres? No one's starting on the hards today.
Cryptic saying he knows Denso's secret. He uses a Wii controller. Oh my god.
Oh well, here we go. For the first race of the Premier League season then. You get 5 red lights. As you know, there's no delay and there's no cars speeding away, so everyone's in control. That's fantastic. Just waiting for the cars to rev up. Here we go. And away they go.
There's lights out and away we go for the first race of the Premier season. And it looks like a very good start for Denso, so he takes first position. Nightwing gains a position on Emerson, up into P2. Sully gains on Crooksy. Tango is up 2 places into P8. And Sean has gained a couple positions as everyone's going side by side into turn 3. They're just going like Noah's Ark, 2 by 2.
Well done, yeah. This is a very, very nice clean start.
Very clean start, all 20 drivers still going, all within 7 seconds still, so I don't believe there's been any major contact, so there it's a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2.
And that's for a Reynolds, that's for Biffy, who looks like he's had a come together with Bills. Yep, has he got wing damage? Yep, there you see the right end plate's missing off Biffy, and the left side looks like it's missing off Bills. So instantly, as soon as you said that, mate, they have an incident. It's thankfully just a yellow flag and they can carry on hopefully till the end. And the guys at it says we'll see another yellow flag in sector 3. Who was that for? Someone must have just went wide. Might have been his teammate Crooksy. He's dropped down 7 positions. So the Reynolds, oh, he's coming into the pits as well. So is Beefy got to come into the pits?
Yeah, coming into the pits. Yep. See someone else in front of him going into the pits. So I believe Crooksy's in the pits.
Yep, the Reynolds are double stacked after lap 1.
We're looking at Marvsky and Serious Mushroom are battling. So far, Marvsky has gained 4 positions. Serious Mushroom has gained 4. Dan Murphy's gained 5 positions. And nearer the top, Sean and Tango have also gained 4 positions. So they're the big winners, but the big losers out of lap 1 is Crooksy dropping down 11 positions and Knowlesy dropping down 10 positions from P7.
Emerson's also lost 2 positions from P2 to P4. So at the top of the grid, that's going to be really tough for him to get back. As you see, can I get a driver to see if there's any minutes to reserve? It's asking already. We're on board now with Rick, who's following Nightwing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that one, correct.
Yeah, you will see Idenzo's already 1.3, 1.4 ahead of Nightwing. Over 2 seconds.
1.4 ahead of Nightwing, but behind Nightwing, especially behind Rick Dalton, there's a train beginning to fall.
Absolutely, as we move back to Sully, to Tango. You see them coming through turn 1 there from Tango's perspective. The back of this train forming. So yeah, this is going to be a really interesting battle for the podiums. There you go, look at them
5 cars in a couple seconds, and Tango's at the back.
Siege a second off behind. The queue. They're just... Oh, Cowie's picked up his first penalty there, we'll see.
Cowie already with 3 seconds.
As you see, Marvsky's into the pits. Coming out of the pits on hard tyres. So he's going to look to put 26 laps on them hard tyres. He started on mediums. He started on soft, so that was probably is thinking just get rid of the soft straight away, get onto the hards and see what I can do from there. You see Denzel already over a second and a half ahead of Nightwing, 1.7 now. And
Mind you, I think that gap's only going to open up because Nightwing is currently defending real hard from Rick Dalton, who's within a couple tenths behind him, and so is the pack behind of Emerson, Sully, Tango, and now we've got another member.
His DRS is now open, as we'll see Rick Dalton now, easy take on Nightwing.
It takes P2 against Nightwing. Rick will be chasing down Denzo now. So he's already lost 2 seconds in a few laps. But Rick has gained 2 positions since the start. Tango has gained 4, but he's now stuck at the back of this little train that is forming behind Nightwing.
All with, it's that 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers all on each other's gearbox. And I can
what these guys will got to remember, the likes of Nunda and Marsky and Beefy, is that unlike last season, any one of the 20 drivers can gain the fastest lap point as long as you finish the end of you get to the end of the race. So
that's correct, yes.
Even if they're behind, even if they're 50 seconds down the road, as long as you can get that fastest lap in, you can still gain a point for your team and take a point away from another team at the top. So it's not down and out for some of these drivers at the bottom who have had a bad start. They can still gain a point.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I didn't mention that last night, although I did try it in my League One race. I had a spin and ended up getting lapped, so I thought, well, why not? I'll put a fresh set of softs on. Didn't go to plan, but I thought I'd give it a shot if I could. Really light car, fresh soft, but wasn't the big. But yeah, it gives you so.
We just saw Tang again past Sully as we see Nightwing battling with Emerson.
Just a little coming together there, and again through turn, side by side through the tight corners. As you see, Nightwing keeps third, but that's letting the McLaren back in a Tango. He's going to be looking to capitalise on any mistakes that go on ahead of him, as is Sully. He's right behind. So
Sully hasn't let him go. Sully stayed at the back of this queue. He is not dropping off. And in a second back, there's another queue of 3 cars.
Which we're right on
also
board for.
Together as well.
And now Cowie wants to join it, although he's just dropped behind us out of the DRS zone. And then look at this, there you go.
Oh, Nightwing! Nightwing's lost it!
Oh, he's out, and Emerson's out of it.
He's taking out Emerson with him.
He's taking Emerson out with him. That brings out the full course car, safety car.
The safety car is out.
As we see, on board with Dan Murphy.
Nightwing lost it on the exit of the curb, and as he span off to the left, Emerson couldn't react in time and went off with him.
Oh my
Emerson was right behind him, and just I don't think he could have reacted in time. Nightwing was so close in front of him, he just lost it. Nightwing spun out at the first race of the Premier season.
There we're coming past as we see Nightwing's car. Emerson's has already gone. But there you go. 6 drivers out on that corner and qualifying, and on lap 6 of the race. That corner takes 2. Well, the curb takes 2 really. So there you have it, safety cars out, drivers into the pits. We'll have a quick look to see what tyres they've jumped onto. So as you can see, guys are coming out in the hards.
This might sound a bit crazy, but I think the best strategy possibly to the end of this race now is to put on the hards, because on the strategy of High Edge yesterday, it said you could do about 17-18 laps on the hards comfortably. Now, even though we're only on lap 6 and there's another 23 laps to go, you're looking at probably at least 2 laps now behind the safety car. So realistically, you've only got to do about 22 laps on these hards. And it'll be a bit of a stretch, like there'll be quite a bit of wear. But I believe if they pit for hards in the next lap, that the hards will take them to the end.
That's quite possible, because as you can see, Sully, he's put the hards on. P8, P9, Siege, he's got hards on. Serious Mushrooms put hards on. Yeah, so they're looking to... Oh yeah, Nunda at the bottom there putting hards on, so they're going to be looking to go to the end. J Story, he's put mediums on, so you've got to think he's got a pit again, as does Cowie, as does Tango. So I mean, 3 positions potentially for any driver to gain. So you could say, well, not so much Sully, but the likes of Serious Mushroom, he could gain a couple of position or 2. You know, Marvsky, he's hards are 3 lap old, so yeah, that's a... What about Marvsky and Biffy? Sorry, Marvsky and Bills. They're on hard tyres, but they're 4 and 5 laps old, so are they going to have to pit again? Are them tyres going to be able to go the distance? What do you think of their strategy? Cooksey as well, his hards are 5 lap old. So has this safety, well, this safety car in my opinion has probably damaged their strategy, has it not, do you think? Oh, must have gone off there. So, well, they're just my thoughts then anyway, so we'll provisionally a top 6, as you can see. Idenzo is leading the pack behind the safety car, followed by Rick Dalton in his pink Mercedes, and then we've got Sean in his black Mercedes in P3. The second pink Mercedes is in 4th of Shazza, Williams in 5th. Oh, Jake must have left. Yeah, he's back. Sorry about that, mate. I was talking away.
Which is why I'm glad I got you streaming.
Yeah, I didn't even realise I got the notification you had left. I was talking to you and I didn't get a reply. I thought something must have happened. But yeah, I'm just... Oh, Dan Murphy's got the rev glitch. But,
I think I'm going to need a couple invites.
Yeah, mate, he's lost 4 positions then. While we're going through this safety car, I'll quickly get them out to you. Oh, something's happened there. As I've come back on, something's happened to Chazza. Oh, because we're racing. Damn it. The safety car came in early, so we're straight back to it. Sorry about that. I had to invite Jake as he had internet issues as well and he got kicked. Seeing the safety car restart, which we've missed.
Seeing Dan and Tango very close together.
Absolutely, we're having a look at that now. They're both behind Farf as they come through, as Tango picks up the penalty. Yeah, so the safety cars only did 2 laps. The guys must be that quick. Quick look. Oh, this is, yeah, Irish Gary. What a time to invite someone. Yeah, I thought we had an extra lap, mate. It is. As we say, Denzo puts in the fastest lap and Dalton instantly beats it. Although Denzo has already increased his lead over Rick by over 1.2. So this kid's pace is rapid. See, the cars are right next to each other as Nosey overtakes Serious Mushroom. There we go. All the cars back together. Going down the order, we'll start at the bottom. There's Nunda. Oh, he's really not having a good time of it today, Nunda. I think he's let it affect him. I'm sorry, mate. I think that the times he's seen by the rest of the guys, and he's getting a wee bit nervous. So them are quite understandable.
Fastest lap's always available.
Yeah.
To go up, yeah, there's always still a point on the line, and you never know if another safety car will come out.
Exactly.
You never know what will happen in these races.
Exactly. Just got to keep it going till the end, mate.
I know Dan hasn't made a pit stop yet, but he's gained 14 positions so far this race.
Dan Murphy.
Farf's gained 9, and Sean's gained 9.
We're just starting to see the pit window open for some of these medium tyre runners. Let's have a look at the stops. Yeah, so your top 5 haven't pitted. Chaza in 9th hasn't pitted. Nunda's made 2 stops. So he's on the hards, looking to go to the end. Oh, the back of the tyres. As you'll see, the gaps are starting to form between 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. But you've got Tango right on the gearbox of Dan Murphy, and Cowie's right on his gearbox. And then Chaz half a second down from him. So your midfield battle's where it's at the moment, as they're about to come through 11 and 12 again. Let's see from Cowie's perspective what happens.
Yeah, Sully's right on the back of Cowie at the moment. There's a bit of a train forming behind Murphy.
Cowie got that bit messy through 12, and Sully there, he's messed.
Oh, Sully's trying to go around the outside of Cowie.
Cowie messed up 13. But that's good vision from Sully. A lot of people would have seen that slip and just thought, I'll send it, and ended up causing a major collision. But fair play to Sully for waiting for
He's been reserved. He's going to wait for the straight.
Yeah. See what he can get done through. Ooh, but Sloth didn't really increase the gap to Cowie. So he's going to have to wait a lap or 2, I think.
Having a look at the corner cut penalties at the moment, Farf has got 3 seconds, Tango's got 3 seconds, Cowie's got 6 seconds already this race. Knowlesy and Marvsky have also got 3 seconds of time penalties, so that'll be something to watch out later in the race.
And with the 300th comment of the evening goes to Cryptic Alibi. Guys, it's fantastic to see this. Like, sorry, we're kind of
300 comments.
Absolutely.
27 live viewers. This is absolutely amazing. Dylan's hashtag Team Sully. Cryptic saying he's Team Rick. He's
we've got a yellow
Rick
flag in sector 3. We've got a pink Mercedes. Who's that? Jay Story's off. No, it's not Jay Story's. Chaza's spun. Where's he?
He's fallen down the order. He's fallen down to 18.
He's lost it at turn 11 and 12 again. Another driver. How many drivers is that corner going to take today?
I think it's claimed 6 victims so far over the course of the Prem weekend.
I'll be having a look at that in the morning.
We'll put that stat somewhere. Absolutely. In the WNR Discord.
And we're not even halfway through yet, so as we're on board, we're just watching.
Denzo is just absolutely flying with a 3.5 second gap to Rick Dalton, and another second back to Sean.
And then another second and 1.7 to Farf. Then another second to Tango.
But then this is where the battle begins, because you got Dan half a second behind, Cowie and Sully within another half a second, and Siege then is currently catching up to the back of that pack. He's also got Knowlesy and Sirius right behind him as well. So there's nearly a train of 7 or 8 cars within about 4 seconds of each other. Dylan saying turn 12 claims so many drivers tonight. I think it's claimed more drivers than the Wall of Champions, if I'm quite honest. It's not been a great one.
Sully's right back into this action now, although you've got to slow come out of the last corner, and you can see the guys, even with DRS, the guys in front of him are just pulling away. So he's just going to have to be patient. He's on the slower tyre, so just stay where he is. See how he can plough on as well. See Cowie looking for the overtake on Dan Murphy, and he gets it. Goes wide, but where's Dan doing? Dan knew where the other car was headed, so he just backed out again. Nice and reserved. You know, you kind of put two cars don't go into one space. As we're seeing drivers in front of Dan there kicking up some dirt as they come through 8 and 9 into 10. Again, I saw Cowie there with back right tyre took a lot of that curb. He's still progressing onto Cowie, onto Tango. 0.6 behind Tango, so you're getting your DRS train. Look at this, you've got a nice DRS train. 4th and 4th to Tango, to Cowie, to Dan Murphy, to Sully. Oh, Nosey's just fell out of DRS range. But then Siege is right on his gearbox. Serious Mushrooms right there, and then Crooksy. So yeah, this race isn't over yet. As we see, Sully now has overtaken Dan Murphy. So again, you've seen the pit window open a few laps ago for some of the drivers on the mediums, but they're staying out. I think they're reacting to Idenzo, to be honest. If Idenzo's staying out, I'm staying out. Once Idenzo pits, I'll pit.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello, mate.
I've got some unfortunate news in about the next 10 to 15 minutes. As I mentioned to you earlier, I've had internet problems where there is an actual problem with the line. So in about 10 to 15 minutes, my internet's going to go off. So I'm going to have to leave you high and dry, unfortunately, and I won't be able to see the end of this race.
Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm not joking. I really wish I was.
Saturday night as well.
On the Saturday night, and I absolutely love watching the Prem race. But unfortunately, it's likely I'm going to be gone, and I'll probably just randomly go in about 10 to 15 minutes. But this has been one cracker of a race to watch so far.
It certainly has. So very quickly,
train's still there though. Tango right behind half.
I was just pointing out as well that some of the medium runners are still out there, and I'm just wondering if they're just reacting off what Idenzo was doing.
I think they're going to wait for him.
Yeah, whatever.
See what he does. I think that's the smartest move. As we see Tango trying to go around the outside of Farth. Can he get it done?
Is Cowie going to look to capitalise?
Oh, they're still going side by side.
Nudge as it comes through 6.
Right onto the curb. They're still side by side. Tango is literally entirely off the track. And Tango and Farth collide.
He's drifted round that corner, did Farth. Tango's pulled away. Cowie's looking for the overtake.
Cowie's taking advantage now, and he snuck through into P5.
Which lets Sully right back. And look at this train. That's what I was just pointing out.
I'm going to try and delay what we're saying for a couple seconds because they're a little bit behind, obviously, on the stream compared to us. But the battling is just insane. So Irish wants to see the penalties, so I'll go through the penalties once again. Tango has got 3 seconds time penalty. Cowie has accumulated 9 seconds, and we're only halfway through the race. So that's going to be real bad for him later on. Farth's got 6 seconds. Knowlesy and Crooksy have got 3 seconds. Marsky now with 6 seconds. Nunda with 3 seconds. And FIFA Beefy with 3 seconds of time penalties.
As we're just watching there, Sully's overtaking his teammate in the Williams, and he's getting DRS to try to pull away. But yeah, look at the times. Again, they've closed right back up, mate. From 6,
yeah, the battle between Sully, Farth, Dan, Knowlesy, Siege, Crooksy. The battle for 7th is separated between 7th and 11th with like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
it's just absolutely insane.
On board with Crooksy, looking at the race from his point of view. So he's the back one of this train. You can just see the cars as he comes round turn 9. The stream of cars ahead of him. So yeah, anything can happen here. Crooksy could, from 11th, 5th, you know, isn't out of the question, depending on what could happen.
It definitely isn't out of the question.
You know, so
this race and the positions could ultimately come down to penalties as well. There's so many drivers with penalties already.
Again,
Dan Murphy's still up 11 positions. He hasn't pitted, I believe, still. Yeah,
Serious
Dan Murphy hasn't pitted, neither has Sully, and neither of the top 3. I think it's a waiting game. I think everyone's waiting to react to Denzo. As we see Rick Dalton has just picked up a 3-second time penalty. That could be crucial.
Absolutely. As I'm looking through the comments, Jake Wilson just pointed out, Bills is out the race. Bills is out
the race. What happened to Bills?
I have absolutely no clue. But Sloth's saying he thinks he retired in the pits.
I hope not, because there's always a point to grab, no matter where. This is why we've done this as well. We've done it so there's an extra 20 points and it's not all the top 10. All these drivers that are pushing hard, and if something happens, they've always got a chance to grab and achieve something and grab a point. So it would be gutted if he has retired in the pits, because there's always something to go for in WNR.
Absolutely, as we saw coming out of turn 10, Tango's a bit wobbly. There's a battle going on with Cowie, Tango and Sully. They've managed to get 2 seconds ahead of 4th because of his incident. As we see,
Sully's very close.
Tango's
Sully
gone.
Looks like he's alongside.
Looks like Tango's
gets
left
it
a
on the
second.
grass.
Any chance you can get Tango a few invites
Tango's left the session.
Before you have to scoot off, mate, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll send him a couple invites. I've already sent him a few, so he still should have a few, but I'll send him a couple more, because, wow, he is notorious for having internet problems.
He certainly is, as we're looking on board with Sully now in P5. Picks up DRS on Cowie. And you can, is he going to look to make the move into turn 3? No, but he's right close. He's got Sean in front of him for P3, so there's a battle going on now for the final podium spot. As I see, Denzo's over 6 seconds. Good lad, thank you. Denzo is now over 6 seconds ahead of his brother Rick in second, and Rick's over 5 seconds ahead of Sean in third, who's been overtaken by Cowie as they go wheel to wheel through turn 10. But Sean keeps the position.
Sully hangs on, but now Cowie's vulnerable. Cowie's vulnerable to Sully now. Going into this quick, fast Sector 2/Sector 3 chicane.
Oh, keep it clean coming through there as I head into 13. Another one. Is Cowie going to go for it?
Cowie sent it.
He has, and he's put the car
and
right
he just managed to pull it off. What an overtake.
Right in front of Sean. Sean had nowhere to go. Sully thought about making, if he could capitalise on it, as we see, Sean's going to go into the pits. It must just be.
I think Sean had to back out a bit there with that move from Cowie, but Cowie got it done.
As we're seeing there, Sloth saying no Tango as he's back in. But what we've done this year is we've upped the AI difficulty. As this is Premier League, I've put it on 75. So if the driver gets kicked, you know, obviously in this league he's still going to lose time.
But it's not the end of the world compared to 40 AI. Exactly,
so we've got to try to keep it as fair as possible. We cannot expect Tango to have brilliant internet. You can get what you can afford, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, he's back in, so don't think his position's altered too much. Still in 6th, you'll have been happy to see that, so he'll plod on. Seeing the gaps are starting to form a bit more now. Closest battle is Sully, who's 3/4 of a second behind Cowie, as Jake's unfortunately being kicked. So that'll be his internet off, so that's unfortunately his race over, as we hear some wheels lapping up. As Chaz is out. Yellow flag, sector 3, Beefy. Oh, he has, there he is. Oh my god. Scratch one or another one up for turn 12. Virtual safety car. Thankfully, but as I'm saying that'll have helped Idenzo. It'll also have helped Rick as they're pitting under the virtual safety car, so they're going to save some time as well as everyone else. Nunda's in the pits, Jay Story's in the pits, Marvsky's in the pits. So yeah, the lads will have liked that. I know it's not a free safety car. Hi Jake, Jake's obviously seen it as he got kicked, but yeah, that's Chazza out the race. 18 laps he'd done on their mediums. He's pushing too hard around turn 11 and 12. And he's went into the wall. The wall to the left, not the wall to the right. As Becca says, Chazza doesn't like that corner. Yep, not a lot of people do. Especially tonight. So yeah, we're back now to racing as the lads pitted. Cowie provisionally P1, 14 lap all mediums. As I say, Dan Murphy overtake. Oh, Dan Murphy overtake Crooksy. Sloth, NGL. I kinda said character before he raced. Crash out in quali and race the fast chicane. Drilling people on the softs. Now we'll have serious pace advantage. You see Tango dropping down the order because he's gone into the pits for his softs. Yes, mate. Lap 21 to 29. This is flying over again. Yeah, soft tyres. People getting in, getting them on. Have a look. So Cowie, Sully, Siege, Mushroom all on 15 lap old tyres. Cowie being on medium, so his tyres will be going off first, but there's Idenzo. You see, just getting past Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom's not putting up any kind of battle. He's not going to hamper the champ. You see there, Idenzo's back up to 4th. Rick Dalton now, he's going to be he's made it through. 11 and 12, Dan Murphy should have lads will have a nice grip coming through there. All making it through nice and clean. Let's have a look. Cowie's coming into the pits. Put on his softs. Pushes Idenzo up to 3rd. What happened to Chazza Cryptic? Turn 12 happened to Chazza, mate. Same as the rest of the guys. As I say, Idenzo within a blink of the eye has closed the gap onto Siege. What's Siege going to do here? Oh, looked a bit of a touch, but I think that might have just been a bit of lag. Yeah, Denzo's fine. Watch. Oh, there you go. Must be a little bit of lag with Idenzo. Although he has dropped back. Oh, Jay the Slayer's back.
I believe it's been fixed.
Alright. Do you need an invite?
No, I'm back in.
Good man.
Who are we watching? I guess we're watching Denzo.
We are. He's made his way right back up to the back of Siege. Although he had a bit of a wobble coming out of turn 10, but he's back there again. So he's going to hit the start finish line. He gets a great exit. Yeah, and that's an easy pass. Denzo back to P2.
Past Siege.
Yeah. So Denzo back up to P2. 3 seconds to make up in 6 laps on Sully, and with 3 lap old softs. Doddle. Be a doddle for the lad.
You never know, there's one thing catching up to a driver, there's another thing actually passing him.
True, very true. We'll keep an eye on that time because it's gone down to 2.5 seconds already as we're looking on board with Rick Dalton. He's
But
right.
considering Denzo's on 3-lap-old softs
As
compared
we
to
say,
Sully's
Rick's just
17-lap-old
lost a
hard.
wing and serious mushrooms in the grass, but I think he just moved out the way.
So yeah, Serious Mushroom luckily is still going. Rick's into 4th.
Yeah, I
That
think
was going to
Rick
be
was a bit over
inevitable. Serious
aggressive.
Mushroom still on those 17-lap-old hard tyres.
Yeah. I don't. Oh, it was Idenzo's just picked up a penalty.
Sully hasn't got a penalty either, so that can make a difference.
It certainly can, but Idenzo is a second and a half behind Sully.
He's on 14-lap younger tyres, and he's also on 2 compounds softer than Sully. So he's going to get by Sully within the next lap, so I don't see him having a problem extending that gap with 5 laps to spare. As you see, Marski also get another 3-second time penalty. So if we have a look at the time penalties at the moment, whilst you're watching them, looking at the time penalties now, Cowie has got, now this is the most I've probably seen in the Prem race, 18 seconds
wow.
of time penalties.
Cuts that
Whether there's been some
1.
5 seconds from that, I don't know. But there's 18 seconds of time penalties from Cowie, 12 seconds from Marski, 3 seconds from Denzo, also from Siege. Sean and Tango also have 3 seconds, with Nosey, Crooksy, Beefy also having 6 seconds of time penalties, and Nunda and J Story at the back have got 3 seconds.
There you go. And we're just watching
so penalties
now.
are going to have a massive play in the outcome of this race.
Absolutely, and I'll have a look on that as they start to come across the finish line. The Tango's just made up a couple of positions. He's absolutely flying through. Flew past Dan Murphy a second ago as you were going through the penalties, mate. As you see them all close together, coming through 11 and 12 again. As you see them,
they're all very close.
Yeah, I was right on with Dan Murphy. They're so close together, keeping it nice and clean.
Dancing about, Cowie's managed to get around the outside.
And that Crooksy's right up to the gearbox now, so that's a nice.
Crooksy's sniffing an opportunity here. You never want to be at the back of a DRS trainer, but he's not too far behind. Will he be patient and wait for this next straight and try and get a better exit out of turn 2?
Quickly noticing there, Tango's right up.
Oh,
on the back
we see Dan's on the back of Cowie.
Yeah. Idenzo's 1.7 ahead of Sully.
Cowie's overtaken. Oh, we see Nosey try and go around the outside of Cowie. Try and keep around the outside, but Cowie has already taken a position. That was an awesome battle.
So now coming up to turn 10. Then look through, there's Sean, he's ahead of the battle. He's fending off Tango. He's just getting DRS off 4th for 6th. We've got 3. Rick Dalton now, he's within a second of Siege, so we'll have quickly right on board with him. As Idenzo.
Oh, Rick Dalton goes very wide there though, he didn't want to pick up another penalty.
He didn't. There you go, Idenzo's now over 3 seconds ahead of Sully, so he needs to just keep it clean. Rick.
Another 3-second penalty for Cowie, that's 21 seconds of penalties now.
So yeah,
that's a pit stop worth of penalties.
And in the Premier League, that can be the difference of so many places, which
that could be the difference between a podium and no points.
Absolutely. Let's see now.
So the closest guys on track are Rick closing up to Siege, and then we got Farf, Tango and Sean right next to each other.
I'm keeping an eye on the times below as we're right on board with Rick, who's doing it with no front left end plate. We see him a bit wobbly coming out the corners, so he's really having to fight with the car. to maintain his speed as he has a lock up into the penultimate corner. But he's dropping back to a second again, so he's losing it. He's gaining time on the straights by the looks of it, and then losing it all in the corners because he cannot swing it round. We'll quickly see Tango. He's right behind fourth, but he's still got Sean behind him, and Cowie behind him, and Nosey behind him. Dan Murphy's fallen off the pace, mind, on his 9 lap.
He's fallen off a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got Crooksy right behind him as well, as Tango's gone for a move round the outside of Farf, and he's on the gravel.
Wheels. Someone's in the wall as well.
He's on the gravel. And Farf's retired.
Farf's out. Yeah, Farf is out. He's headed straight into the wall as he's come round.
Farf is out.
Whether he's took a bump there, we can see he's lost his front wheel. There you go, Farf.
This means FIFA Beefy is only 2 positions away from getting points, but he is 10 seconds down. These newly promoted drivers should think about going for a pit stop in the final couple laps of this race and try and claim the fastest lap point, because they're so far behind. Their best option is to just pit, and even if they're so far behind, as long as they get that fastest lap in, they can still bring home something for the team. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the bottom 3 or 4 drivers just suddenly come in the pits and try and reclaim the fastest lap point. There's a massive incident. There's a massive incident with the Mercedes as Knowlesy heads into the pits with only 2 laps to go. Tango still in P6, managing to just avoid the collision. Then Cowie is right on his tail in P7 with 1 lap younger softs. What did we just witness? I didn't fully catch what happened. All I saw was a Mercedes spun round in the penultimate corner.
Yeah, there was 4. I was looking at the comments, and as I looked up, I just seen 4 cars on my screen, and the Mercedes seemed to be right in the middle of it all. I have absolutely no clue. I'm sure I will have I'm definitely going to have a rewatch of it when I can, but I'm sure we'll get some footage of that in if there was anyone to blame.
Wow, I'm surprised that Nunda and Marvsky and Beefy, none of them have pitted, so they can't get the fastest lap. They need to go and pit to get this fastest lap. The only person who can reclaim that fastest lap and is likely to get it is Knowlesy on fresh softs. He's got a huge chance of stealing this fastest lap point, and even after the instant forced him down, he still might be able to pick some up.
Nope, it's gone, mate. It's gone. The pit window, the Idenzo's on the final lap now, so anyone was to pit, they wouldn't be able to. It'd only be able to fit a out lap. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Knowlesy's the only one who pitted. Nunda, Marvsky and Beefy should have pitted.
Sorry, yeah, I missed it right at the bottom. There's
Knowlesy. But Cowie's retired. Cowie's retired.
Oh.
Beefy's in the points.
There you go.
Beefy is in the points to Marvsky. Marvsky's only 3 tenths off the points behind Beefy. What's the penalties? The penalties. But Marvsky's got 15 seconds, so it looks like Beefy's going to keep that. Oh my God, we see Marvsky go wide on the gravel.
The battling for
Marvsky's dropped down to 12. He's gone onto the gravel.
There you go. So Beefy and Nunda on the Premier League debut. We're battling for the final point. We'll jump on board quickly with Idenzo. He's going across the line. There's the winner. There you go. He's crossed the line. 9 seconds
Idenzo wins the Australian Grand Prix.
Sully crossing the line in second. Siege in third. Rick Dalton comes home in fourth, but Serious Mushroom's going to come home in fifth, but he's got no penalties. Can it bump him up? Does he move anywhere? No, he doesn't.
No, he stays where he does. Tango's come sixth, but Tango's dropping down because of penalties. Dan Murphy's coming across the line. Where will he finish? He jumps Tango. He's up into P7.
Beefy crosses the line in 10.
Beefy hangs on the final lap and hangs on against Nunda to take P10 with J Story jumping.
And Movsky's
Nunda
crashed in the last corner.
P11.
And Movsky has spun it in the last
Movsky,
corner.
no.
Unfortunately, 21 seconds of penalty, so he was going to finish 14th then anyway, but he's just lost it on the final corner. As we see a car on the wall there, and that's a Red Bull of Nosey. So he's crossed the line and crashed into the wall.
I'm surprised Nosey. No, I don't know if Nosey picked up the fastest lap on like the previous lap. But I would have thought he would have tried pushing on that final lap to try and take that last point.
Yeah.
But well done to Denzo. Denzo taking the first Premier season win, season 2 of the WNR, and took in style.
There you go. From Racing Point to Alfa Romeo. Doesn't matter what car he's in. Your Premier League champion. Kicks off season 2 with a win.
And also gets fastest laps. That's 26 points in the bag already for Denzo. So if we go down this order then, so we got Denzo, who wins the Grand Prix. Sully in second, who did a very good job to hang on those hards in the end. Siege takes the last podium spot. Rick Dalton in 4th, Serious Mushroom in 5th, Crooksy 6th, Dan Murphy 7th, Tango 8th, Sean 9th, and the recently promoted driver from Championship, FIFA Beefy, from P15 to P10, takes the final points paying position and gets his first ever point in Premier. Well done, FIFA Beefy, and unlucky to Nunda, just missing out on his first race.
Yeah, internet problems, starting them at the back, gets it to P11, nothing to be sniffed at, a very great effort from Nunda. J Story from 18 to 12, shout out to him.
Also Serious Mushroom, P16 to P5, that's got to be a shout for driver of the day.
It certainly will be.
Dan Murphy as well, 19 to P7.
And again, Idenzo though, perfect weekend, if you like. Starts P1, wins the race. There we go. That's race 1 Australia done.
That was an absolutely awesome race to watch. There was carnage, awesome overtakes, real close battles, safety cars. You name it, it was all in this first race. The qualifying was incredibly close. This race had a bit of everything, to be honest. I don't think it could have delivered much more.
Definitely not, my friend. Definitely not. Especially after that qualifying session.
That qualifying session.
It's going to take some beating. It's going to take some beating. And the race start, fantastic. All 20 drivers came through the first half of the first lap. Nice and clean. What can you say? Turn 11 and 12. We're going to have
They're the nemesis of the Prem drivers today.
Unfortunately, they've built a bad stat there. We'll have to, like we say, we'll get something posted. We'll get that reviewed and posted, see how much damage that did. As the comments
standings for everyone will be posted tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we'll get them done. Any incidents, of course, get them in. Jake will be going through them. You'll probably get them rattled
some
off.
fun tonight.
Yeah. Maybe on pro clubs for a bit though first.
Yeah. But thank you to all the live viewers we've had for this very entertaining and thrilling race. Absolutely. And for the amount of comments, the amount of comments we've received on this first race is absolutely insane. So thank you guys for watching and staying tuned. We really appreciate it.
Definitely, mate, and thanks for letting us join you tonight. I say I don't get a chance to do this on a Saturday night unless I'm off work, so I'm off work, so I was quite happy to jump in. So thank you very much for letting us do that.
Awesome racing.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, congrats to all the guys who managed to finish that race. Commiserations to the guys who turned 12-8 up. Well, actually, I think, and then only one other driver, I think, went out on turn 5, so fourth, I believe. But yeah, absolutely fantastic Premier League race to kick season 2 off. So I've just see, yeah, 347 comments as we stand.
Unbelievable.
Nundas wrapping it all up, saying thank you, Vintage and Jake. Good comms. Well, thank you very much,
Nunda,
Nunda.
for staying tuned in, and thank you to the rest of you who commented and watched and liked
And
the video. If there's any new people, feel free to subscribe, as you'll see more awesome races every Friday and Saturday in the future.
Absolutely. So on that note, yeah, we'll say good evening, everybody, and good evening, Jake. Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye for now.